All right, well, doesn't that look nice? My new power brake booster is in place. Last go around, if you were with us, Greg came over and we, together, just the two of us, got that thing bolted back in place. I haven't torqued it down, but I've got it all 4 bolts placed. So again, just a reminder, the bolts that hold the brake pedal and clutch pedal assembly inside, up against the firewall, are the same bolts that bolt the master cylinder and booster kit to the firewall. So we kind of had to put them both in at the same time. But it went okay, it wasn't too tough. This kit, when I ordered it, did come with its own proportioning valve that's supposed to go right here below the master cylinder. And that part of the kit is on back order. As you know, a stock position for the stock proportioning valve is down on the inside of the frame rail, kind of right below here. And that's where these lines here are coming up from. So there's a question about whether I'll keep that or not keep that one or use the new one. And if I use the new one, I might have to redo these lines fairly dramatically to get them there. So we might be building some of our own brake lines to basically bypass that old proportioning valve, because obviously I don't think I need 2 of them in line here. And I don't have any tools to flare these ends of brake lines, but I would expect that I can get all that stuff from the local auto parts store, like rent a kit like I did when I was cutting my exhaust mufflers down a little bit. I rented a kit from them that was an exhaust tube cutter. So we'll look at that when we get to that point. We will get back on our fuel system. So again, we've got input to our fuel pressure regulator, output with our braided steel line. We should be able to get those in place now that we know exactly how much room we have. And I'm probably going to, after I get everything hooked up to the brake pedal and clutch pedal linkage, all my linkages in there, I'll probably grab one of those steering columns down off the wall over there, which you've seen hanging up there for years and years and years as we've been working on this project. I'll probably test fit one of those back in here to see how my spark plug wires are going to lay out, because I'm a little concerned about these last 2 wires on the driver's side back here being in the way of the steering column. So things are a little tight, and the one thing I will address as I hook my clutch back up is whether or not it's going to be able to engage the clutch all the way without really banging into my headers down here. Now, if that is the case and I can't get enough clearance to make that work properly, then I know that I could convert to a hydraulic clutch. Not ready to go down that road just yet, but I might be forced to. We'll see. So plenty of stuff to do as usual, and me yapping at you is getting none of it done. So let's get the grubbies on and get to work here. All right, well, as you can tell by the sound of the birds in the background, I am not in the garage right now. Apologies for the shade on my face from the hat, but it's very bright out here. So I am not in the garage, obviously. I am in Wyoming. And where I'm at right now is I've just pulled over next to the Green River. I'm going to spin you around. Here we are on the road to Farson and ultimately to Lander, and then Riverton up over South Pass first, then Lander, then Riverton, then we're going to go through Thermopolis, then Cody, then up to Billings and up to the folks' place. So not going to get much of an episode in this week, and I'm probably not going to get a darn thing done on the Jeep, but duty calls, family duty, so got to go take care of the parents for a bit. But I was kind of expecting a little more water here. The Hams Fork is, I come up, so the way I get here is I come up through Evanston and I take the road around like I'm going up to Kemmer, Wyoming, and then I turn off and I pick the tiniest little back roads I can find to get here. But along the way, I was kind of paralleling the Hams Fork River, and that thing was just bank full. And as you know, Yellowstone got hammered with the flooding a week or so ago. As I'm recording this, today is the 21st of June, and the highway signs along the way have been saying that the south loop of Yellowstone is going to be open tomorrow. So maybe on the way back, I may be able to go up over Beartooth and out, not through the north end of the park, because the north end is probably going to be closed all year. But what I like to do is I like to go through Red Lodge, up over Beartooth Pass, and then if I don't go through the park, you can turn off and take the Chief Joseph Highway, go back over and hit Cody. So all that is all much ado about nothing you didn't really need to know, but now you do. And I'm gonna hop back in the truck, which is over there, and get a little further down the road, and then I'll speak to you again. All right, guys, well, yeah, I didn't get anything done on the Jeep at all. So I am back home. I'm out here in the garage, but it's just kind of catch-up time now. So a couple things to explain. First of all, my parents live in Montana. I live in Utah. They're getting quite old, and my little sister is up there kind of keeping tabs on them. But the rest of us kids are trying to kind of spell her off every so often, give her a break. So that's kind of what I was doing this week. And I go there by way of the back roads of Wyoming as opposed to going up through Idaho and West Yellowstone on the interstate. I kind of hate to just be droning along on the interstate. So if you care about the travelogue that what you saw, we went through across the Green River there where a lot of the wagon train people came across the Green. We stopped at the Red Canyon, which is coming down off of South Pass as you come into Lander there. That's that area of red and green. It's really pretty little canyon there. And then as I was going through Cody, I went over to the Buffalo Bill Reservoir, and that's where the water was shooting out of the dam there. I always find that pretty cool and intimidating at the same time because it's just roaring out of that thing. And then ultimately over the river and through the woods, I got up there to Grandma's house and took a little drone shot of their house and looked around their property and so forth a little bit. And on the way back, I did go up over a portion of that Chief Joseph Highway, but I didn't go very far. There's a lot of road construction and whatnot. So there you have it. And now I'm back here and I'm just trying to get this one wrapped up so I can get it uploaded for you. And but before I post this, I'm just going to ask you an honest question. Should I, if I'm out of town traveling around, could you care less about that and you'd prefer me just skip a week if that's what's happening? Or do you find that at least mildly enough interesting for me to continue to do that? I know most of you that are here are watching the Jeep project and probably could care less what I'm doing when I'm roaming around in the Toyota, but let me know what you think. I mean, if you hate them, I'll just skip it, you know, when I go on the road somewhere. If you don't mind it, then I kind of like, you know, mixing up the, the filming a little bit and getting some other stuff in front of the camera lenses. So Drop me a quick comment. Let me know what you think. And otherwise, I will seriously get back to work on this Jeep next go round and get some work done here. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.